just realized, before we get started, I forgot to, test these wings, see how they deform with the texture. And, good news, it works just fine. Oh yeah, that works really well, okay. And then, rotate it back the other way, because it's gonna wait, blah blah blah. Wait, it's gonna rotate as well. Like some in like that. Little... Nobody! Hello, welcome! Oh man, I'm so sore. Oh, okay, yeah, that deforms pretty well too. Man, that actually looks polar as heck. Alright, awesome. Let's go. Looking good. Hi! Again! Nobody! King, welcome! Ow! I think today might be quite a short stream. My throat's starting to hurt. And my avatar's woken up already. Come on. You can do better than that. But yes. Welcome. Nobody says, can you look in Discord art community chat, please? Okay. Oh, hang on, I gotta fix up my model. Just a second. Oh man, my head's so foggy right now. At that. Uh, that. That. Okay, yes, I'm very, everything's very foggy right now, so, you guys can study, it was, yeah, I needed to nap, yeah, nap too. King, sorry, King, I haven't got the thing set up. I completely forgot. You know what? I'll get the dice thing set up in just a minute. Let's go. Please don't start, King. I am not in the mood. Fair warning, I'm very sick, and I'm in quite a bit of pain, so I'm gonna be a little grumpy. So please behave yourself, King. Otherwise, I will just straight up mute your ass. Take a look. Oh wow! Oh cute! Ow, that hurt my throat. Oh, so precious. Look, it's me. Got the tail texture, right? And the arm texture. Oh wow, that's so cool. Now make it yoi. Nobody, now make it yaoi. You tried to make it yaoi? I mean, all you need is one more, you know. Everyone is early? No, we're not. I'm late. Also, hi, Crow. Yes, you can, nobody. I believe in you. You can do it. Hodor. Yes, we love good murder in chat. Scuzzy, welcome. We're just looking at, oh, one of them's got a little signature. Okay. We're playing it Spot the Difference. This one doesn't have a background. Oh, very cute. You know, we could make this a sticker. Would you mind if we make this a sticker, nobody? Yeah, would you mind if we made it a signature sorry, signature. Oh my god, my head's really foggy. I'm gonna be very confused this set stream, I think. Uh, I don't mind, whatever you like with it. Yay! Sticker time. But Scuzzy, how are you doing? I saw you, you've also been posting pictures. King says, "Hi, Scuzz, Miss Nobody, Chaos. Hello." Jay says, "I don't know. I saw people post pictures, so I also did. They're very cool pictures. I especially like the one with the sunset. It's pretty." Nobody art. Upload. Nobody says, I'm just like to doodle sometimes. I can't draw humans. Damn, they're complicated. Yeah, anatomy, am I right? There we go. It's now sticker. Thank you so much, Nobody. It's beautiful. I love it. I thought you wanted to do furry your way anyway. But he says, I can't draw in general, so I'm vibing. I mean, if you'd like to learn, I could classes, perhaps. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with how these things deform. Yeah, with the texture on. Scuffed in some places. Okay. Yeah, I don't like how it flexes there. That's a big problem. But aside from that, good. Yeah, I know how to fix that. We'll just bring this up to the top. um Nobody says furries have similar shape as humans sometimes. Hmm. I mean, yeah, but it's still a good place to start with practicing. Uh Body out the way. Yeah, it looks great. I'm very happy with how that looks. Just a slight glitch in here. That's an easy fix. Yeah, wonderful. Alright, let's clear these transforms. King says I can't draw human. I can draw everything else though. Oh, okay, that's good. That's a great start. Sure. Body back. Oh. Hey, so we're down to 76,000 polygons. We are so close to having enough. I'm thinking hide these fellas and these fellas. 5, yeah, that doesn't. 5, 2. Okay, yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, that's a little bit. Okay, we can get rid of the eyes. We can't find anywhere else to fix. Nobody says I will probably never compare to other amazing artists. Yeah, but everyone says that when they start. So you don't have to compare to the greatest artists. You have to be good enough to get what you want to get across. You gotta be good enough for yourself. I mean, no one's the best artist ever. Every artist is always gonna be looking at another artist, being like, "Man, I wish I could draw like them." I mean, if every artist can spend all their time comparing themselves to other artists, it's I'm better at handwork. Oh yeah, you do make some wonderful little plushies. Crow also makes plushies. We got two plushie makers in chat. Awesome. Crow says, great artists have some things they can't draw. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't think Leonardo da Vinci could ever draw hentai. So, you know, not everyone's good at everything. Every artist has their faults. I bet even Picasso couldn't draw yaoi. I know, right? I thought it was a pretty good example. Me with my flu-addled brain. Bro says, what do you mean Da Vinci was probably the early yaoi artist? Oh, actually, yeah. Da Vinci was definitely drawing yaoi. That's why I didn't use him as the yaoi example. Oh, yaoi. How do you pronounce that? Yaoi. Yaoi. Yaoi? Yaoi. Yaoi. I feel like yaoi. Man. Nobody said Bob Ross can probably draw yaoi. I would love to see Bob Ross drawing yaoi. Man, that's something I didn't know I needed in my life. Crow says Crow says Bob Ross believes in happy little accidents. Oops, I tripped and drew yaoi. Oh, let's turn double-sided off. Gotta turn off textures. Grab this. And texture sided option. And I am not doing well. There's backface calling. Little tick box somewhere for backface. Backface. Add all my backfaces. Basement. Chaos says, but drawing fairies was always a thing. Really? Please elaborate. First is very true. Y'all hiding the historically accurate fairies from me? King says, yeah, Wendigos, Skinwalkers, what else? Well, I was thinking like werewolves, but they're extremely niche. And I guess like cave painters. Oh wait, hang on. Okay, hang on. If we're going way back, I hope you all know the story of Gilgamesh. You know, I trust I don't need to like. When I was a kid, we had this little story called Gilgamesh. It was very popular around the town. And yeah, one of the main characters. There's two characters, Gilgamesh, who is like the MC, and then there's Enkidu, who is, you know, his best buddy, and he's literally a furry. He's literally head to toe in fur, and this is, I'm 90% sure this is the oldest piece of written story, the oldest written story that we have. And its main supporting character is a furry. So I think you might be onto something. Look it up. The Epic of Gilgamesh. It's and the supporting character Enkidu. Is an awesome name. Enkidu. Enki don't. Oh man, I'm so yeah. Oh shoot, I haven't got the dice thing up yet. Let me get that cooking. And the subtitles. Subtitles, start up. And there we go. Subtitles should be now. And the dice spot should be working now. While I'm here, I'll get that open. King says, oh, sorry, Loki was a furry? Yeah, there was that whole thing where Loki turned into a horse and, no one questioned where Silfnir came from. I think everyone kind of knew what Loki was up to. Okay, okay, I've got the YouTube chat open. In the unlikely event that someone, and the dice bot should be working now too. Sorry about that. It's ow. You know what? Dice, you can do it. Yay! Chaos says, I was thinking more of demons in the Bible after the odd animal. Are they? Wait, no. No, 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 that's not accurate at all. No, 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 Chaos, you're way off base on that one. Demons in the Bible are always depicted as being quite beautiful and ephemeral. It's only in later works, much, much later Renaissance works, where they're depicted as part animal. Crow says, I think goats were depicted evil often. Yeah, why did goats get such beef? It's like I know they have funny eyes, but they're cute little guys. I think they can be kind of grumpy because he shakes his little tuchy. Rolls a 9. It's rolls a 2. It's still super effective. Don't worry, Scuzzy. Your little tushy shake will always be super effective against me. Crow says, I mean, they are grumpy and push their heads. Yeah, but they're so cute while they're doing it. So it's okay. I think this is about the most efficient model I've ever made, given the details. Like we can call a little bit behind these knees, I think, but not a lot. Um, King says you hit yourself, but it works. Oh yeah, it's because he hurts himself in their confusion. That's the thing Pokemons do. Chaos says, I've never looked too much into the timeline of when each thing's written, so I thought it was around the same time. Nope. No, the historical, like the actual Bible as a piece of literature is radically different from what's proselytized. Like, modern Christianity is so far off base with, like, it's like none of them ever read the freaking book. For example, angels are never depicted as people. Like, they're, like, unless, so, unless you're a prophet, otherwise they appear as, like, the biblically accurate, incomprehensible singing from, like, 50 bajillion mouths. Shenanigans. Like, the whole idea of, otherwise they just appear as straight up people. The whole idea of angels being, like, people with wings is an entirely modern invention. Nothing about that in the Bible. And demons being, like, horned creatures and being all, like, yeah, it's also wholly inaccurate. They're always, like, depicted as being either he's just a guy, or, he's, an absurdly beautiful person. But never as like some kind of horrible monster, because that doesn't make sense. They're like, the perfect creation according to the literature. Like, why would they be horrible little skittly creatures when they're like the ultimate divine messenger? But yeah, pretty much the most fitting conversation to have while I'm procrastinating on working on this. If I'm gonna procrastinate with anything, this is probably the thing to procrastinate with. King said, I had some chicken. It was tasty. Thanks for the update, King. I'm glad you had some chicken. How did the chicken feel about this? Chaos says, BRB, good luck, Chaos. Okay, I think we can square... I think we can square this off. A couple of polygons in there. May as well. Here, M plus here. That looks fine. We don't need that. Don't need that at all. I would like to keep this. It says, missed my roll. I need to know if it was valid. You're always valid. Oh, sorry. Oh. Whoa. Holy cow. Jesse says it's a 18 and a 19. Yeah, that's definitely valid. Holy shit. Okay, I guess we're doomed. Wait, hang on. So, Scuzzy, what are you trying to do your doom? Because, yeah. Tell us how this plays out. Okay, so cut across here. And down here. And then fold these. Oh, look. Yep, that'll do it. We can also... And then we'll bring... up. And in. Okay, cool. That saved us... Oh, that saved us a couple of volleys. Let's see. It says, well, King said I hit myself with my attack, so I used to on him. Oh, okay. Gray says, have you tried Fox? He is the most delicious thing in the universe. Please don't eat me now. I'm sick and diseased. I don't want to make you sick too. Just currently diseased flesh. You don't want to try this. Gray says, hi, cutie scuzz. It says, hi, Gray. King says, I don't know. King says, yes, I also, hi, wait, I have also, hi, Gray, King says, new emotes, this is Gray now. Okay. Gray says, I am no raccoon, sir. Oh, why not? Chaos, it's asleep. Sleep well, Chaos. King says, I can't find a cat that is Gray. Gray says, Crow is our trash panda. I can't steal her role. This is very true. There's only one trash panda in the server, and it is ironically also Crow. Crow says, no, we can have more trash panda equals more family. Actually, this is also true. Stardew Valley is all like a whole family of little trash pandas. Really getting rid of any edge loops right now, just kind of tweaking things a little. Gray says, our family is plenty, Big Crow. Don't tell Lily I said that. Nobody says Bongo Fox. Yay! Man, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. So confused. I hope it doesn't look like I know what I'm doing, because I don't. I'm just moving vertices. Ah, I do. Alright, I was trying to get the polygon down. Goodness, I'm so scatterbrained right now. King says, by the way, Crow, I may or may not have eaten you. Or another crow. Oh. Chaos says, cookies for everyone. Oh, good luck, Chaos. Chaos is making it rain. 8 and a 9. You know what? Better luck next time. King says, good luck consuming all that trash I ate inside me. Oh yeah, have you seen Crow's Scrungle? It's a tall order to eat one of those. Alright, well, there's an easy way to reduce the polygon in the tail. We just set the array count down. Let's set it down to 16. And then the scale rate, 5 to 0.6. Okay, let's try 0.7. I think we'll need it to be 0.8. Gotta bring the translation down. And that's how far it's moving. That was how much it's scaling. This is how much it's moving. Longer or shorter? Oh, okay, and then we'll make this. I don't know, 1.5? Maybe? A bit less. A bit less, even less than that? Golly. 8? Huh. 6? Man, we gotta get. Oh, there we go. Okay. And then we'll up the count by one more. That's taking from 9,000 to 7,000. I don't think we want to make it any shorter than that, or any fewer. That's already ridiculous. King says, oh, hang on. Oh, we missed quite a few chats. King says cookie. Oh, Gray says no cookies for us. Cow says Crow is rotund. Ah, rotund. Very succulent. Crow says, oh, Crow's rolling for cookies. They roll a 10 and a 5. King says, I eat radioactive material, so I didn't care. Gray says, I thought you were just collecting them. Don't need trash. I'll give you plenty of shiny things still. Yeah, don't need the shinies. Because you're rolling to get a cookie. Then you get a 4. Oh no. Crow says, I like the rotten baguette. I mean, it's French, so of course it's fun. Crow says, but I also like shiny stuff. King says, no cookie pascas. Unfortunately, Gray says, how about I get you a not rotten one instead? Nobody says shinies were peak. Crow says, lol, that would be great too. Jesse says, I like cheese more anyway. King says, shinies. Okay, seems like Chad's very keen on the shinies idea. Gray says, Crow has all the shinies. Yeah! Crow says, I'll find you fishies. Not from trash, I promise. Yay! Non-trash fish. Nobody says, Crow, do you have shiny rocks? I love to collect them or shells. Oh, I also love collecting shells. My favorite thing to do at the beach. Just go for a good long walk and just, you know. It's generally not good to pick up shells and collect them, because that's some little guy's home. But I like to go around and pick them up and look at them. Say hi to little guys inside. Oh, there was a beach here where I used to live. There was a old garbage dump. So there was like this big, kind of like cove. So it's like a long cliff, and then there's this teardrop shaped kind of cut, and there's like a shallow beach, and you got to climb down rocks to get there. But people used to use it as a dumping site. They just throw all their trash in there, and of course all the papers and stuff would rot and blow away. But the glass that they throw in there would smash, and it get like kind of abraded over time, over like the 50, 60 years that the trash had been down there. And then it stopped being a trash site, and again all the cardboard and paper rot. But all the little bits of glass was still left down there. This was a trash site before plastic was really big in Australia. So there's just loads and loads of these, like the whole like little beach is just the whole bottom of this little inlet is nothing but like glass, like these glass pebbles of all these different colors. Like there's brown ones, white, green, blue, and it's beautiful. You just go down there and it's like a beach made of gemstones. King says, I like eating bombs. I did eat a crow, but I'm going to eat uranium enchanted bombs. Okay. King, oh, Scuzzy says, I get shiny coin from a vending machine. Oh, nice. Congrats. Ray says, fine. You know how to get a cat's attention. Crow says, I actually have a bunch of bottle caps. I don't know why. I mean, bottle caps can be cool. I'm glad you got something you like. Looks like my mouse seized up again. Nobody says, I made a necklace with a shell. Oh, pretty. Little mermaid. Because he says, okay, I'm not rolling again unless it's to use... Oh, nope. Sorry, King. That wasn't gonna work anyway. If you're gonna cast Doom, you have to do it with disadvantage. Because, it's Doom. You gotta use the black dice for Doom. Crave says, Doom on myself? Nope, has to be disadvantage dice. Does not count, even if it passes, although it didn't. Because it says, use disadvantage, the attack is too strong. Yeah, exactly, that's what I was saying. Gray's trying to save Crow from Doom. Rolls a 16. I mean, they only rolled a 10, so that wasn't gonna pass. I feel like Doom has to roll pretty high. Yay, I'm saved? Yay! King rolls Doom on Fox? Nope, doesn't count. Oh wait, hang on, disadvantage. Oh, disadvantage, a nat 20, but that doesn't count, so it's a 10. I don't know if that passes. I don't think a 10's good enough for Doom. I think it needs to be at least an 18. It's like a max level spell. And we don't have modifiers yet. So, that's a few polys down. We're now on to 7,500... 7,000? No, 75,024. I can't even talk. So cool. Ah. Alright, so there is one thing we can do. We can clear out these edges on these main feathers, on the inside, just on the inside. That'll get us quite a few spare polygons. It'll halve the number of polygons on the inside phases, but a lot of this depth won't, yeah, we won't get this effect of the bottom half of the feathers being, shaped like this. Oh, okay, so if we set the subdivs of the wing down to 1, that does it. Now the wings are pointy. That. Let's see. King says, Fox is unwell. We should stop typing so we can stay on low energy. No, it's fine. I appreciate the distractions. I just might be a bit, I just might be a bit slow. Nobody says, yes, let the poor fox rest. No! I'm okay. I've got tomorrow off. I'll be fine. Please, I appreciate the company. Grace says the cheese never fails. Yes. Grace says, oh wow. King says, and not a piece for me. Says, can I also get some cheese? Ooh, that's a good point. Can we get some cheese for Scuzzy? Grace says, I didn't thought about that part. King says, what happens now? Grace says, I didn't thought about that part. King rolls to throw a slice of magical cheese on our... Oh, and they get a 2 and a 14. I think 14's good enough. What's this magic cheese do? Company says, oh, they're rolling to eat food. I don't think you need to roll to eat food. I feel like that's something that's, just a natural action. King says, Fox needs sleep. Don't worry, I'll get plenty of sleep after stream. I'm actually on the mend, I think. I think I'm in, like, the worst part is past me. Now I'm just kind of, like, dealing with the aftermath. He's all achy. And my throat's just, like, sore, but it's not, like, that sharp pain that I was having before. So I think it's just kind of like, yeah, I just need to heal. And I can do that on Wednesday. Great, so let's see. Jumpy Chumpton, aka Rissy, says hi. Nobody says, you're sick, you're not fine, you need to rest. I will rest, don't worry. Be good. Scuzzy says, I will sleep tonight. Yes. Hey, Scuzzy, maybe we can sleep together. That's an 11? I think an 11's good enough. King says, rolling to breathe. I rolled an 18. Wow, you must be breathing extra deep with a roll that high. So he says 11. Not good enough. I guess it's Minecraft time. Yay! Also, just a reminder, we've got another Minecraft session on, it's coming Saturday. The event's up on the Discord server, so if y'all want to hit the little interested button so I know how many people are showing up. If we get enough okay, so if we get more than, I think, 5 interests, I'll upgrade the server. Because it'll definitely need to be upgraded if we're having that many people in. Otherwise I'll focus on other things because I got plenty to do. I found a hosting service that's pretty good. It's like a pay what you use service. So and it's very affordable, and since we're only going to be playing it once a week, that's ideal for us. And it's very affordable. I can't play Among Cracked. I'm sure you'll be able to join us too someday, Scuzzy. It's crazy how expensive Minecraft is. My golly. I bought it like, what, 14 years ago? When I was still in school? And haven't paid for it since. Like, I think Minecraft is probably by far the best investment I ever made. Gaming-wise, like, thousands of hours. It's up there with Skyrim. Skyrim's probably the second best investment. The amount of hours I've gotten out of that from mods and stuff. Gray says, I bought it was like $1. Yeah, same. I bought it was heckin' cheap. And then inflation hit. So yeah, I understand if it's, yeah, money's tight these days. Even Minecraft, oh my god, the Minecraft inflation. Minecraft inflation's real. Sleepy Fox. Shit, I'm reading out the bots messages now. I'm cooked. King says, rolling, kill 3 plants. Why are you killing the plants? We need them to breathe. Actually, fun fact. Trees? Like terrestrial trees make up an infinitesimal amount of the world's oxygen production supply. They do sequester a lot of CO2, but most of the oxygen that we breathe comes from the oceans. And, plankton. Phytoplankton? Yeah. Ray says, what when it was like $1. Oh yeah. King says, by the way, in South Africa, Minecraft is 500 rand. Oh, okay. Is that a lot? Chaos says, I bought it like 5 years ago, so it was cheaper than today, but not by that much. Hopefully it's as good an investment for you as it was for us. I feel like it might be. I feel like Minecraft might be one of those forever games. I was actually actually talking to my young niece about that. She's like 8, 9. I don't know how old, but we were at Christmas and we were bonding over our shared love of Minecraft. I thought it was very sweet. How much is Minecraft? How much is Minecraft? Go USD. Everyone knows USD. Minecraft Java for PC standalone. This is gonna be one of those things where you have to click like a bajillion things to find out how much it bloody costs. Like you gotta log in. Oh no, here we go. Standard edition, $30. Golly, $30 US. Damn, son. Oh, that gives you Bedrock addiction, Java addiction, and the Minecraft launcher. I don't care about Bedrock addiction. But yeah, $30. American. That's a lot for a game as old as that. But I suppose Microsoft's got to make back its money now. Didn't they pay like how many millions of dollars to get that? So it says someday I'll actually buy Minecraft. I think there's gonna be a discount. I don't know. Maybe. Hang on, let me get that. I'm also curious. I don't think I've ever seen it discounted. Minecraft discount. I mean, maybe you could buy some keys online or something? Oh, okay, there are seasonal sales. Oh, okay. The most significant recent event was the 15th anniversary sale, which offered 50% off all games until June 15th, 2026. Oh, so it seems like you just missed out. Spring sale previously offered a 33% discount. Aside from those major discounts. Yeah, apparently that was like June 15th. How long was that? Wait, hang on. Which, until June 15th, 2026? That can't be right, it's 2025. Huh? Is it currently 50% off? Wait a minute, that's, hang on. My brain is not working very well at all. Is that right? That has to be wrong. Surely it's hallucinating. Celebrate Minecraft's 15th anniversary. 50% off games. Minecraft. Bundle. Hang on. Wait, it's 2026? Oh, it is 20. Yeah, yeah, 2026. Yeah, it is 2026, but it's not June 2026. What I'm saying. Platform. All right, let's just go. Okay, so it says, is that including the 50% off? Surely we're missing. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I think it's just hallucinating. That can't be right. I'm really struggling to find anything about this. Grace said Minecraft is the best investment in my gaming life. I played it thousands of hours. Yeah, same. That and Skyrim. Man, Skyrim's so much. Speaking of which, Chompy, did you ever get the your Skyrim modding adventure going? Or did you get distracted by cooking? Scotty says someday, someday. Oh, Grace says all Plankton does is trying to steal the secret of Krabby Patty formula. No, no, Plankton does so much more. We all owe our lives to Plankton. Kale says, yeah, my nephew wants Minecraft now. He refused when I wanted to buy it for him on Christmas. So, Chumpy says, keep in mind, the game is still getting big content updates. Yeah. Kale says, I bought it for 20/25 euros. Ray says, Fox, Fox, I also started learning how to sketch. Oh, wonderful. I can finally join the Magma streams. Excellent. Man, we need to come up with a theme for the next Magma stream. I've been wanting to, have a big Magma event with, Nexi. They're kind of procrastinating on getting their whole streaming career set up, so maybe we'll have to come up with something in the meantime. I'll have to talk. Grace says Minecraft is the best investment. Yeah, same. uh... says sales still going. It's 2026. Yeah. Well, it says, how can I call myself cheapskate when I miss such a good discount? You shouldn't have missed the discount though. We're see, it says June 15th, but again, it maybe it's. Oh, hang on, there's a link here. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Skin. Block party. Party add-ons. 15. Free map. Oh, you're playing it at the moment. Awesome. I think they mean Skyrim. This year is long as shit though. Thought it was 26. Going on for a bit, isn't it? So much has happened already. Because it says, I don't know what year it is. Well, I just don't know the month. Yeah, same. Grace says, maybe Australia's still living 5. Possibly. Time traveling spiders. King Light. Probably says, Grace playing Skyrim too? Scotty says, maybe there's gonna be Christmas sale, so Minecraft discount. Possibly. NXT is working on a huge squad. Yes, I know. I've seen. It's looking amazing. I can't wait till we can share it with everyone. Chaos says, I have at least 2k hours on Hypixel. Oh, cool. Skyblock for you. My son is not here. Oh. Ray says, "No, I play Minecraft." Oh, okay. Have fun. Chaos says, "Past year I just joined to collect the minions and played at most for a week before getting bored again." Yeah, well, I'm not seeing anything about this discount. Shape the world. Dig in. 15 days of Minecraft. Yeah, I'm starting to think the AI is just hallucinating about the 50% discount. Actually, I think it's just hallucinating about the dates. Yeah, it's currently May 20th, right? Years ago. Yeah, it's got the dates wrong. Oh, in 15 years, Minecraft has been on sale twice, for the 10th anniversary and for the 15th anniversary. That sale ended a few weeks ago, and that was 2 years ago. Yeah, it's got the years wrong. This was from 2024. Yeah. This is why we don't trust AI. Gray says, "Have you seen the new animation pilot glitch release?" I haven't. It's Gameverse, and the animation is gone. Okay. I still haven't seen the last episode of the Digital Circus. Somebody said, "So, Chompy, how's the Skyrim adventure going?" King says, "Wanna join family? I am King, yo, you can all be part of the kingdom." Yay! Anyways, I'll be back. I gotta get some things done. I'll be back though. Okay, good luck, Scuzzy. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. Good chaos. The good little chaos. But yeah, so bringing the poly count on the wings down gets us easily within range. We're now at 68. I mean, it's not ideal, but we can have it be at this poly count for the Oh, a Flux blush emote would be really nice right now. Oh, okay. Remind me on. Hang on. When's our next? I think our next emote thing's on Friday. I think we're having an emote session on Friday. Let me schedule. Remind me on Friday, and we'll make it happen. No. Sunday. So Sunday, we're having another emote session. So if you remind me then, I will absolutely make you a blush emote. Jumpton says, hang on, uh, Computer says though, to be fair, the Minecraft price has barely gone up. It has gone up a lot though. But I mean, I guess relative to inflation, it hasn't gone. Everything else has doubled in price, so I guess it makes sense for Minecraft to double in price too. Ray says the animation quality is really good. I like the concept of the gamer. Oh, okay. I'll have to check it out. Chaos says, yeah. Yeah, Chaos. Remind me on Sunday, and we'll get it done. King says, I've never even heard any voice or anything. If it's, I will watch it, okay? Grace says, a blush? Nice. Plus to me a lot. Aw. Yeah, we'll make it happen. I will forget though. Like, everything's extremely hazy for me right now, so, you will need to remind me. Chompy says it was like 20 euros when I got it like 8 years ago. Okay. And they bundled Bedrock Edition in. Yeah, but you would get Bedrock Edition with Java Minecraft. And vice versa. Ray says normally they were selling Bedrock separately, so Java was cheap. Oh, oh, looks like again. Oh, we're definitely not good. Good now? Again? Oh, there we go. Got it. Chompy says, oh yeah, that's true. Game at a good price. Yes, especially with all the mods you can get. Chaos says, that's what I meant. I don't know if I would though. Alright, cool. Add in some iPhone. Oh, I like my HE emo gray. What? Gray said, I would redesign my skin now. My current skin is from my emo period. Oh. Chaos says, it is very cutie. Very about the knife. Mizuki, alright, cool, as you zoom in on the eyes. It's a nice bomb, though. I spent a lot of time sculpting and poly crunching this bomb. You don't like bombs, Mizuki? Bro says, emo gray. Also, hello, Mizuki, welcome back. How you doing? Right, I gotta put the kettle on again. Also, I heard something recently. Apparently, the reason Americans don't have electric kettles is because the voltage in your power outlets is so low that it takes forever for an electric kettle to boil. That's why you'll do it on the stovetop, because otherwise you'll be waiting around all blip day for it. Which, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. Ray says, wait, they don't have it? They don't have what? Says, I'm doing alright. I just kinda doing nothing right now. Yeah, same. I'm quite sick, so, everything's, like, I'm in that, like, fuzzy flu state, where everything's kind of, like, foggy and achy. So I got no idea what I'm doing. I think I'm doing something, though. We've managed to pull the poly count down. I don't know how. I've forgotten how we did it, but we went from 75,000 to 68,000, so I'll take it. Get well soon. I think I am getting well. I think I'm, like, at the, oh. In the recovery stage, you know? Like, everything still hurts, but the virus is gone. Like, he's kind of, like, dealing with the immune system artifacts of it. King says, I heard Mizuki is here. Yes! He is here. Love Mizuki. Okay, so let's do that thing with these wings. Let's these up real quick. Got a little bit of a gear. But it's an easy fix. We just gotta bring all these vertices up. Also, Mizuki, do you recognize any of these tunes? Says Chaos says you should have seen my Minecraft skin. changed them quite a bit over the years. Have you seen my Minecraft skin? I'm very proud of my Minecraft skin. I even made a Figuro version with like a wagging tail and flicking ears and everything. uh, Ray says, if you feel like getting bad, don't hesitate to finish the stream. Don't worry, I will. Is what you say? It says, hey, hey, please turn it down a little. Yeah, there's no need to shout, King. King says, okay, sorry. Chaos says, yes, we all saw your skin. Good. Anyway, Mizuki, do you recognize the music? Wait, is the music loud enough? Turn it up a little. Oh, there goes my model. Okay. It's the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack. Gray says, Mizuki, look! New note! Yes! Dr. Fox. King says, Fox thinking. It looks like someone's trying to think for me. Says, I've already seen it. It's adorable. Yay! Also, I've been getting recommended a lot of Warframe lore videos, which I'm very excited for. I love me some Warframe. But it's a bit suspicious. Been watching your content and all of a sudden I'm getting a Warframe recommended to me. I'm just thinking maybe you've ratted me out to the bots. You wouldn't do that, would you, Mizuki? Gray says, never mind. This is Fox thinking. Yeah, that's much better Fox thinking. Okay, so now let's reparent this with automatic weights. Now, then, have the same issue. It says they're in your walls, so they know what to show you. Yeah. They they know what I've ordered, they know where I live, they know who I am, they have detailed images of my face, but they still need me to prove I'm not a robot. Okay, so having some clipping issue. Having quite a few, but it's not so bad. I haven't parented these guys properly. The clipping is pretty good. Some work. Also, I think these are flexing the right direction. Flex like this. Yeah, like that. Yeah, okay, so I think the back sections need to be out a bit, but aside from that, good. That's interesting going on here. What's anything? Okay, so these feathers here be properly parented. Yeah? Figure out which one. Sorry. Feathers are inside. Oh, Gray says that's brave of them to get inside of a wall in Australia. Says cool box. Yes, the coolest. Gray says, what on chat? Be a cool robot though. King says, what do you mean I'm in Fox Walls right now? He says, very dedicated. Yeah, you would have to be very dedicated. Gray says, don't make eye contact with the giant spiders. Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do. King says, you mean Bob and me and him I chill? Oh, you mean Bob, me, and him and chill. Gray says, no, I'm talking about the evil Larry. Oh, no, not Larry. Rhubarb, hello, welcome back. How you doing, Rhubarb? How long were you saving that up for, nobody? So welcome back, Rhubarb. How you doing? Okie dokie. So we gotta find which of these lots of feathers. Oh, yeah. Fine. Okay, no. So starting with this one here, and leading up to B. I think so include what? Will need to be parented to this bone here. Says nobody was always here, Gray. Nobody says I'm not saving. I just don't know what to do with my points. Well, the dice are pretty popular. And there's also sound alerts. Like ringing the bells if I get distracted. Pi says, I Wii Sports hard and now it hurts to move my arms. Oh, sounds like you had a good workout. Says I can mute you for 30 seconds? Yeah, it'd be nice to have that that alert on your channel. We have had people demand that I add a redeem, or what was it? 100,000 points to mute me for a whole stream. Lily's been demanding it every time they come on. I'll have to implement it at some point. Nobody says I don't play D&D. I don't understand dice. Oh, would you like an explainer? Like, are you interested in finding out more? How it works? Chaos says... Sorry, Gray says Chaos can mute him for like 10 minutes straight. Yes, they have the power. King says, Mizuki eating finger. Yum. Just keep having someone walk up to them and be like, smell my finger. That's definitely a smell my finger face. Chompy says, raid guide. Oh yeah, guiding the raid. That's also a thing you can do. That's how Chompy spends most of their points. Vicky says, I have an end stream redeem and will forever terrify me. Oh, interesting. Maybe I should implement one of those. Nobody says, sure? Huh? Hale says, I've seen I've seen it on other channels, it costing like 200k points. Wow. Explain me dice. Okay, so the idea is that if ever you want to do a thing, for example, you know, I wanna kick in this door. But the DM would be like, okay, this is a pretty hefty door. It's gonna be pretty tricky. Let's say it's a difficulty rating of 16. No, I think 18. Yeah, for a heavy door, 18. And that's the number you need to beat. Then roll a d20, and if you get higher or higher than that number, you succeed. If you get equal to that number, you barely succeed, and if you get less than that number, you don't succeed. If you get a 1, it's really bad, and if you get a 20, it's always a success, and usually something good also happens. Advantage is where you roll 2d20s and you take the highest number. So if you say, okay, I'm going to use an axe for this to bash down this door, not just kick it in, the DM might say, okay, you can roll for advantage with that because, you know, you've got advantage with the axe. Still an 18, but you roll 2d20s and you take the highest number. Or, if, for example, you've just recently broken your foot, the DM might say, okay, it's still a difficulty rating of 18, but because you've got a broken foot, it's going to be a disadvantage. So you roll 2 dice and take the lowest number. And yeah, that's just of it. You got a difficulty rating, you got 1 or 2 d20s, and d20s, and that decides how, or yeah, whether and how successful you are. Does that make sense? King, for example, is using them entirely wrong. Has been the whole time. Oh, and also, if you roll to do something, roll and you fail, you can roll to try and do that thing again, but the second time you roll with disadvantage. But you don't need to roll for things like breathing. That's just a normal, everyday thing. Rolling is for, like, things that you do that require rolling. Like, you know, so things that have a chance of failing. You're not likely to fail at breathing unless, you know, you're underwater. Nobody says. I think I got it. I don't know. Well, let's try an example. Say you want to cast heal on Chaos. I might say, okay, that's the difficulty rating of 15. You seem like someone who'd be pretty good at healing. So, yeah, just roll. So just hit the redeems thing, and then where it says roll 20, click that, and then say, you know, rolling heal chaos, and then, you know, the dice will roll. And okay, so I rolled a 3 on that, so that's a fail. That's nowhere near close to the 12 that I needed to succeed. And yeah. Chaos says, to be fair, chat here, we don't really care about the rules, we just use advantage most of the time. Yeah. I really should change the price of the advantage roll. Maybe make it higher and then make the disadvantage one much lower. Just to, like, try and get people to stop using it so often. King says, me bomb crow? No. No, you rolled wrong. Sorry, King. That should have been rolled with disadvantage. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Maybe I should decide. Maybe I need like a button somewhere I can press to roll advantage or advantage. Like someone can send a thing and say, okay, I would like to roll for this. And then I can say, okay, it's difficulty rating of this. And you can roll with advantage or disadvantage. Would that work better? How me have bomb. Yeah, you need to get the bomb first. You don't have a bomb in your inventory, King. So the names, build the individual bone. Now we want to pair this. Secondaries. Oh, wow, I've named these bones. Well, secondaries are fine. And now we wiggle this bone. Yay! The feathers come along. Let's bring these out a little further as previous. Just nobody says, make Fox go to sleep. Rolls a 14. Oh, that's pretty good for casting sleep. But yeah, I think you got the right idea. There is one extra rule, and this is kind of like a, this is a general, like, consideration thing, that King is constantly ignoring. You should never roll something that takes away another player's agency. So, for example, you can roll to seduce a goblin, but you can never ever roll to seduce another player. Because, you know, that's taking away their agency as a player, and that's kind of the whole point of the game. So, hard rule against anything that affects another player's agency. Like, you can't roll to make another player something, generally speaking. Can roll, for example, cast a sleep spell on someone. But, yeah. Yeah, it says that seems like a success to me. Wait, hang on. Who rolled that 18? Oh, that was nobody. Okay, yeah, 18. That's definitely a win. 14. Oh, Chompy's rolling to make a bomb on a 14. I don't know. I think you're fairly technically inclined. I think a 14 would be enough for you to succeed at making a bomb. Chompy says, playing an artificer would be interesting in D&D. I think you'd enjoy that. You basically played an artificer in the first Morkborg game you played. You played as the alchemist. King says, let me help yuppie. Yeah, it says, nobody got a 6, an 18. King says, I cast bomb. Chompy rolls. Mercy acquired a bomb. It would be nice to have like a little RP session in chat someday. Seems like we have enough people who have the hang of it. Maybe next Mork session we'll have a little RP session. I'll have to come up with some way of improving the way the dice rolls work, because right now it's a bit chaotic, especially with King just rolling for anything. I don't know why I have to roll disadvantage. Well, anything that's particularly difficult is a disadvantage. You can't just roll advantage on everything. You know, you gotta... If something's hard to do, it should be reflected in the dice roll. Like, for example, if you're rolling to throw a bomb, and you don't have a bomb... Yeah, there's also context. You need to get the bomb first. That's the dude, hello! We're just brainstorming how we might improve the dice rolling system, but facilitate more RP scenarios in chat. How you doing, last dude? How'd the big event go? Okay, good enough. Glad we fixed that up. Now we've got to fix up the way the eyes are in the wing. And I think we can start with moving bits down. Hide the body. Hide a body. Look at me hiding another body. Days without Fox needing to hide a body. 0. Just nobody says, I would die in the first 5 minutes. I don't think you would. I mean, so last game of last TTRPG game we had with Rissy, they Chompy McChompington. They actually I do have a D&D starter campaign. Oh, okay. Wait, what do you mean? You're in a D&D campaign, or you have one planned, or you have an idea for one? So yeah, we tried to get Rissy across a river, and it almost killed them. It was our first session. Rissy's first turn, they tried to jump a river, they failed, fell in the river, and then they consistently failed trying to get out of the river and progressively, like, sunk further and further into the mud as they, like, flailed around. So they very almost died during the first session of the campaign. It was hilarious. Grumpy says, no, I got like a starting kit way back. Oh yeah, I got one too. Never used it. The people I was hanging out with at the time just weren't interested, which was very sad. Yeah, I recall. That was fun. That was fun. A really good day. King says, well, not hard for me to cast bombs because I have bombs. Yeah, but how did you get the bomb? Continuity here. Chili Chomp says, nods and chomps. Acidu says, what event do you mean? The Avatar modeling event. The Avatar Jam. Oh man, my back's hurting. Everything hurts. Gao says, the music kind of reminds me of Stardew now. Oh yeah, this is Travis Town, I think? That's still on the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack. Nobody says, how create a D character? Honestly, you just get the character sheet and just fill it out with whatever the frick. We play Morkborg, which is which is a much more simple version of D&D. D&D's character creation can be a little bit obtuse. But, really, what you want to do is you want to come up with a... So for me, the story of the character is the most important thing. So you come up with a character, you know, let's say, Chompy McChompington. Come up with, like, a general sort of backstory, like you know, they're a beggar on the streets. And then, based on that, come up with, you know, what they're good at. Like, are they good at jumping? Are they good at running? Are they good at, like, studying? And what they're not good at, like, they might be really, really physically weak and have low HP because, you know, they've been on the streets and starving and, you know, they're a bit malnourished. And then, you know, based on that, your DM will, generally speaking, sit down with you and be like, okay, so we'll roll this dice for this dice for this, we'll fill in this bit here, and they'll just kind of like walk you through. So if you're a new player and you have a decent DM, generally speaking, you just come to them with an idea of a character that you want to play, something that excites you, something you feel like a role you can inhabit, feel comfortable in, but also really enjoy kind of exploring how they'd interact with the world. The DM might have certain constraints, like, you know, this might be a low fantasy setting, so you're not going to be able to use furry characters. You know, this might be like a Witcher style setting, so everyone's going to have to be some kind of mercenary or fighter. Or it might be like a politics scenario, so everyone's going to have to be some sort of diplomat and have to have some backstory relating to why they're a diplomat in this place. Or it might be like a fighting adventure story. Everyone's going to have some combat experience, and their story's got to reflect how they learned to look after themselves in dangerous situations. Yeah, so, yeah, generally speaking, the DM will give you, like, an idea of what the world's like, and, you know, some constraints, and then, yeah, you just come up with a character for that. Gosh, Chompy and Morkborg. Well, yes, we'll get that happening eventually. Man, I've been so distracted. I'm so sorry. I'm very excited to get back into it. And also introduce Anexi. Anexi's, me and Anexi, put together a little character for them that they're very excited about. Chili Chomper says, yes, I second A second one, totally separate person. Yes. Chaos says, you'll have to help me create a character. Don't worry, we will. Master says, went fine. Submitted what I needed Sunday, and another model to upload to VRChat this week. Oh, okay, cool. Chili Chomp says, I eat them and store them. Hi, Chili Chomp number 2. No, there's Chili Chomps and there's Chompy Chompington. They're two completely different people. I don't know how you could have possibly confused them. Just nobody says, okay, cool. But yeah, if we have like a role-playing session in chat, it'll have to be like a very, very simple character. You know, just like 1 or 2 lines, just kind of like describe the gist of them. And yeah, whether they're good at like strength things, dexterity things, or smarts things. King says, can me be a king slime that has low HP but one ability called absorb? Can me do that? Sure, we'll have to figure out what the absorb thing does, but alright. But I think if we're going to be doing it in chat, I think everyone's going to have like 2 HP each. Just to keep things interesting. So you've got like a, you've got a wounded state if you lose 1 HP. And then dead if you get to 0 HP. So you can take 1 hit. Just to keep things interesting. And simple. Easy to keep track of. So everyone's going to be pretty low. So we can start you at 1 HP. It's going to be very low HP. Chaos says, BRB, good luck. Chili Chomp says, sweats. Chili Chomp sweats. Gray says, but Chomp is a Chomp. We love them both. We do love Chomps. King says, oh man, why am I sweating? Might be getting a fever. Oh no. It's getting worse, chat. King says, yes, that's what Gray say. Them is very tasty. Yeah. Chili Chomp says, did you heal up okay? To Chomp. No, I'm not healed. I'm still quite ill. But I think I'm on the mend. Things seem to be getting better. Man. King says, Fox right now sweats. What should be... what Fox should be sleeps. So we're gonna do some extrusion on each of these nodes here. So there's the nodes of the elbows, there's the nodes mid-bone, and each of these are gonna have an eye attached to them. I'm gonna extrude out this bone here, so we're gonna about straightly out, 1, 2, 3. And same on the other side. Out, 1, 2, 3. King says, aka, be well, Fox. I've got tomorrow off. I will have many rests. Oh yeah, what's the poly count? Oh, the poly count is currently at... Cave. 20,000? Oh wait, hang on. Let's... Yeah, the body said. Back. Body... Sculpt. Yeah, it's currently at 68,326. That's because we brought down the quality of the wings. I'm thinking we're gonna have 2 wings, 3 versions. We're gonna have the cinematic version that has the high poly wings. So if I go like this is gonna be the wings in the cinematic version. And there's gonna be the VR chat version, which is gonna have the slightly simplified wings at this level of detail. And that's gonna hit our 70k limit. So we're gonna do the face, but I think we can do that in, 1,000 1,700 polys? Yeah, I think we're good for that. Might need to do some polling here and there. I think like 7,000, what's... Huh? I think like 7,000, what's 6... God, gang. And then a final version that is the, what is it? The mobile. The mobile VR chat version. Which is with all of the subsurfs turned off. Thing we can do. Actually, hang on, wait. I can select all. And I think there's more things that we need to, select, but if we just go Alt. Yeah, this is the Rift version, which is 20,000 polygons, but that's because I've missed a few things to polygons. But yeah. Yeah, this is the LOD version. Super... King says, me love Mizuki. Wrong message. Ah, yes, wrong chat. Of course. Wink wink. Wink wonk. And then we'll turn the subdivs back on. Me love being yellow. I bet you do, buddy. Alright, we're adding eyeballs to these wings. But yeah, the texture's a little wonky because we just kind of like copied and pasted it from the wings, but I'm pretty happy with how they're looking. I want to reintroduce the line we had going on here. Help them with... King says, what do you mean wink wonk? It's like when you wink. Like, you wink with one eye, and then you wonk with the other eye. Like, if you close one eye, that's a wink. If you, like... So yeah, if you just close one eye, that's a wink. If you just close the other eye, that's a wonk. If you close both eyes, it's a blink. So you go wink wonk. I can't do it with this. I've really got to switch over to Snack VR. Or Snack VT. Because that one tracks my eyes, so I can wink wonk in that. Unfortunately, VC Face doesn't have wink wonking. Does it have wink wonk? Take a peek. Avatar setting. Expression setting. Eyebrow tracking. Yeah, it's got enable eye blinking. But it doesn't pick it up for some reason. But it does in Snack VR, so I don't know what VR Face's beef is. Bum, bum. I wink one? Oops. Ow, that hurt. Nobody! King says, yo, by the way, 2 chomps. One of y'all will be this now. Oh, that's cute. What is that little guy, nobody? Leia Waddle. Aw, cute. I didn't make one of those. But yeah, let's reintroduce this along here. We'll dissolve the edges. Edges. And then use our knife tool. Here. Oh, snap. You back to... Nobody says. It's from the German area I watched last time. Oh! They have very cute emotes. I should stalk their, channel a little. King says, Yo, Miss Nobody! Are you in a family? Oh, Chili Chump's... That? Is that a big old shark mouth? The Volley Chomp. Oh. The evil Chomp. Oh. That's scary. Very cool. Nobody says yes? King proceeds to cry. Hey, Chompy, instead of just telling people that they're a thing, maybe ask them if they want to be the thing first? You know? Because, you know, they might be keen on, like, being that emote, or being referenced that way. But they also might not be, so, yeah. King, maybe ask instead of telling people. Might go over a little better. Da. Da. Oh, hey, it's Hollow Bastion! Love Hollow Bastion. Ray says, can I pat the Chili Chumpy? Yeah, see, Gray gets it. Okay, let's reparent these. He automatic weights. Just nobody says hug the fox. Yay! Ooh, rolling with advantage. Oh, good luck. Oh no. 4 out of 5. I'm sorry, that's not likely to pass, even if I wanted a hug. Oh, also, so the other thing that happens when RPing is if if you fail the thing, then have to kind of like roleplay out how it fails. And okay, so if the DM trusts the players, they'll let them roleplay how they fail. If they don't trust them, they'll only let them roleplay how they succeed. So right now, I trust you. I think I can trust you to be responsible. But now you've got to explain how it failed. I fall in mud. Yes, that's exactly it. you got the idea. Yay! 100%. I mean, I'm not yay that you fell in mud, but yay that you getting the idea. That's exactly the kind of thing that a good DM's looking for. King says, hug the Freddy fastball. They roll a 6. But yeah, King, now you gotta explain how it fails. You fail? Yeah, that's a fail. I feel like it'd have to be like if they wanted to be hugged, I might call it so generally speaking, the way it's so an 18, a difficult rating of 18 is something that's really hard. A rating of, say, 16 is something that's pretty hard. 14 is just, like, you know, it's difficult. 12 is something that's generally doable. A 10 is pretty easy. An 8 is, you know, basic. You know, just something basic. And anything below a 8, you wouldn't really bother rolling for. You know, trivial. Kind of a bit of a waste of time, unless it's really, unless the DM thinks something really interesting will happen if you fail. Nobody says Freddy bites off his head. Bite of 2026. But yeah, King, that's a fail. So explain to us how it fails, like what happens with this fail. And yes, and again, if you try and spin it like, oh, you roll and then you trip, but then you secretly stab in the back and do something like start being an anime pro tag with your failed rolls, I'm gonna take your failed rolls away from you. King says, I wear a dress that kills me, or like, nobody says, what? Chaos says, hug the fox. With advantage. They get a 16. Oh, okay, yeah, that's definitely, like, I'm not really big on hugs, so I'm attempting to evade, but it works. Well done. Oh, so we parented this. Let's check to make sure the reparenting worked. Okay, that looks okay. It's a little wonky if we stretch it all the way out. Yeah, I don't like how it clips like this. That's not good. But it's good enough for now. We can tweak this later. Please transform. King says, if that fine, I guess. I don't know. I still remember how you said hugging you is a DR or 15. Oh, okay. I'm glad someone remembers. I'd completely forgotten about that. Oh, ouch. Achy fox. Old fox noises. Oh, there we go. Right now? Yeah, it is. King, can he sing with somebody, I guess? I mean, you gotta ask someone to sing with you first. Like, again, King, player agency. You're never allowed to roll to take agency away from another player. So you can roll to sing, like you can ask someone to sing and then roll to sing, but you can't roll to make someone sing with you. Like, ever. Doesn't matter how high you roll. King says, will someone sing with me? That's better. Come on, select the note. I want the note. Chili Chump says, you're probably familiar with this, Sleepy, but I like to remind players that rolling well, like rolling out 20, doesn't necessarily mean you succeed at doing the thing you wanted to do. It just means that the best possible outcome for you is... Yeah. It doesn't allow you to break the laws of physics. And it's not an instant win button, but it does allow for the best, like you said, the best possible outcome. But I haven't really experienced that issue so far, because generally speaking, I get the players to say, hey, I'd like to do this thing, and then I come up with the difficulty rating. But if they say, oh, I want to throw a bomb at the person, I'm just going to say, but you don't have a bomb in your inventory. And they're just not going to roll for that. Like, you know, even if they're just like, oh, but if I roll an at 20, I can, like, magic a bomb up. I'm like, no. Nope. No inventory, no bomb. Let's grab these and grab these and... Hale says, just curious, if I'd fail hugging you, can I say that you push me away? Or does that count as taking away agency? That would definitely count as taking away agency. Although, yeah, the other player could just say, okay, oh, like, as a DM, if I say, hey, you go to attack, go to hug, King, and then you fail the roll, I could say, okay, King, how does this play out? Like, they haven't succeeded in hugging you. How does this play out? And then they could choose way or, you know, trip you up or something like that, depending on how badly you roll. But yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't tell them that how they play things. King says, I don't know, I think so. Yeah, the only exception for that would be if the DM's saying something like, or if you like roll to, if you have a spell of mind control and you roll successfully, puppet them into doing something. But those are very rare, difficult to get a hold of in settings for that reason, because they take away player agency and that's generally fun for the players. Agency's been taken away. Like no one likes losing agency, especially in a game that's all about agency. Okay, so we're gonna reorient all these eyeballs so that they're face. Okay, so we're gonna redo all the eyeballs. They're centered on these bones. So rather than aligning the bones to the eyeballs, I think it's much better to do it the other way around and align the eyeballs. So yeah, we're gonna redo these eyeballs. Hi eyeballs. It's been well lasted. King says, I don't know, I think so badly I can't hear for 1 minute. Yeah, you definitely failed your performance check. Chaos says, okay. Chompy says, yeah, it's a way to... Yes, and way more than respond appropriately to the roll. Pausing because rolling is fun. Yeah. Just need to prepare the players for what happens when they have big asks. Yeah, but generally speaking, so yeah, it's good to prepare the players, but a lot of the time I find that explaining to players can be a bit of a waste of time because, like, especially if like they're very hyped to get into it. Sometimes it's better to just have a initial scenario that explains this stuff. Like I've got a little tavern, the classic tavern opener, that has been designed to have scenarios where all these things happen, and then as they engage with this stuff, I'll explain to them as it's happening. Like front loading all this explainers, it sounds like a good thing, but A, players don't listen, and B, even if they do listen, they might not understand without like context for the thing. So yeah, I like to explain it as it's happening, even if that might be a bit frustrating for some people. For most people, it works a lot better. King says, question, if I roll to kill someone, can we do that or no? Not in this scenario. Not when it's just general chat things, because that's kind of mean. And it's generally not good if you're, like, playing with other people who just randomly try and kill them. That's a good way to never get invited to another session. So, yeah. Maybe not to try and kill people. It's yeah, no one's gonna be very fond of that, unless you challenge them to a duel or something. But yeah, generally players killing PKing, player killing is looked down upon, unless you have a very good reason for it. Chaos says, talking about it as agency makes sense for me because of League and Legend character design there. Oh, because of League and character design there. Taking away agency from teammates or opponents does not feel good. Yeah. That's definitely a hard rule for me. No one's ever allowed... Like, I know... I think we were talking about it with someone else in chat who was just like, no. Taking away agency is fun. Like, or players, doing agency, taking away things. But, for example, rolling for charisma or seduction. It's always felt really gross to me. And that's why I never, like, hard and fast rule. Never ever in any situation. Like I'd even take away spells if it's in the rule book. If it's in the spell book, I might even pluck out any mind control spells or make a hard rule that they can't be used against players. Chili Chomp says, so you want to try to distract the guard? Yeah, go ahead. Roll Sorry. Yeah, go ahead and roll to throw a grenade. Nat 20. Yeah, you reach into your pocket and grab a large round thing and throw it at the guard. Everyone sees an orange fly through the air, misses the guard, but rolls to their feet. The guard looks down, picks it up, and starts peeling it with great difficulty. But it looks like they are feeling pretty inadequate at the struggle and probably distracted enough. That is fun. It sounds like something the Canadians would do, except the orange would explode. Chaos says it was from me joke rolling to seduce Fox. Yeah, as a joke, that's fine. But I think the other player always has the option to say, no, that doesn't work. Like, always, no matter how high you roll. Like, if they don't feel comfortable, like, if it's like a flirty scenario, and they're engaging with it, then yeah, sure, have some fun. But if at any point, like, even if you roll like a nat 20 and he's like, okay, this is going too far, I don't like this anymore, doesn't matter, no arguing, we're done. Sancho says, rolling for Hypnotive. Billy Tom says, this is more likely if the person knows they don't have a grenade in their pack, but are playing an overly confident kobold or something. Oh, okay. Kale says... Oh, sorry, just nobody says, I'm rolling. Here, roll. That's very... Oh, look at him go. That looks like... Sorry, Chaos. That looks like Crow. Crow rolls like that. A little less hyper, but same energy, same, idea. Same idea, different energy. King says, hi, Sand. Yes, hello, Sancho. Chaos says, what if I ask them if I can roll seduce them and they agree? Yes, that would be okay. But again, they can retract that at any point. But yeah, they, again, have to be interested. As long as they're into it, we're good. Is that in that A mesh sphere? I want this to be... say 8 and 4. Yeah, I think that'll be... delete the... Now... you... So... place? And then we'll see if we can snap you. Yes, we can. Excellent. Just nobody says also. Aw, cute. Mods. Mods. Sancho will be rolling. Oh, yes, that's very crow-coded. And then we'll move this little section here, but it's centered. Eyeball, like so. We'll let this bit here as well, or add it. Yeah, we'll just line that up like so. And there we go. That's our first eye socket. Oh, wait. The back part. There we go. That in position, like. And then we'll give some materials. Uh, Nobody says the gesture of... I'm not reading that. Ray says I seduce myself by looking in the mirror. I don't know, how seducible are you? How susceptible are you to being seduced by yourself? Just like me, very average. Well, then I guess it passes. King says me become less hungry. I roll a 12 and a 4. Hmm. I don't know about that. How hungry were you to begin with? Let's add a subsurf to... Okay, you can scale up a bit. And then... in a bit. Down a bit. Okay, now we need to deparent all these bones. Down. They're in line with this. And then bring them forward so that middle is also in line with this. Me not that hungry. Okay. So we'll go Alt P. Disconnect the bone. Side view. Wireframe. Now, match with that. Then, Y. Out there. Ahead and give this a... Oh. Flat Y. Actually, no, we'll make this because we have it. Other one. Actually, that. No, that. Flat black. Actually, gold will do now. King says, "Do the dice like me right now? They roll a 6 and a 3. Okay, I think that's a hard no. There's no ambiguity in that one. My goodness. I think they're just mad that you tried to roll with advantage. Maybe if you'd rolled like a regular dice, they might be less mad at you. But you're trying to like load the system. Of course they're gonna be mad at that. Trying to manipulate them. Let's go mesh. Oh, shading. There we go. Shadings. Yeah, says, are the dice nice today? Apparently not. Dice have been very angry lately. Let's bevel this. Bevel edges. And then we'll take one in like so. And then we'll give this a full. Jet black. Oh, there we go. Outline, that'll do. Sign. Soul sign to gold. Now, eyeball. Big. Scale you in a little. Scale you out again. Alright, now we'll just do a quick parenting of this. Like, wait. Start with. Actually, no. Don't wanna. Like, wait. Empty weight. Oh, okay, that's still not great, but definitely better. I think they're just a little grumpy today. Grumpy dice. So, would you be interested in doing a little sort of mock RP session on Monday for the next mock walk set? Yeah, the next map painting session. So I can have an idea of, whether or not I should plan anything. Yeah, it says, yay! Yeah, can we get polls in chat for anyone who'd be interested in participating in a little RP event? It'll just be something very simple. Okay, we got one. Chili Chomp says, I roll to try and... Oh, I roll to try to convert and move... Oh, I think you mean convert and move this model from Blender to Unity and VRC. Oh, wow. Not a good sign. Nobody said I would love to, but I will be on holidays. Oh, okay. Happy holidays, nobody. What you got planned? And don't worry, we'll be doing this again. You're not gonna be missing out forever. Nobody says we're flying to Greece. Whoa! That's awesome! A week in Greece. Greece is very popular. I have a Romanian friend who goes to Greece occasionally. Apparently it's very nice down there. Nobody says, taking a bit rest from everyday life. That sounds like a wonderful idea. You've been struggling quite a bit. Be nice to get to Greece and have some nice food and, maybe some beach life. Billy Chump says, if I'm on, I might chime in with a few things, but it's my work day, so I'll probably just listen if I get on at all. Oh, okay, cool. Grace says, you are one swim distance from me. Is that how we're measuring things now? One Grace swim? Nobody says, I haven't been to Greece in like 6 years. Oh, okay. So you've been before. Did you enjoy it last time you went? Let's go ahead and give this a name. Let's name it based on this. It's called the Metacarpus R. This bone. Metacarpus _ I front. And that'll do for now. Go ahead and this has updated the name. Metacarpus. Oh, it did update the name. Cool. Grab all of these and assign you 100% to that. And now, if we go pose mode, take this, the eye should rotate. Excellent. And we can parent this to the eye bones we're going to be adding to the face. So whenever they move their eyes to the left or the right, or anything like that, these guys will round too. And yeah, also parent the blend shapes of the wing eyes. Although I don't think I don't think having these guys blink would make sense. That should... Okay, and now if we move this... Excellent, so the eyeballs come along with them. And they can also look around within the eye. Excellent. Da, da, da. Go ahead and smooth these, shading... Actually, not all. I'm going to smooth these internal. mesh shading a little less chunky. Oh, also, we can save a few vertices if we merge these and then pull them down to spikes. Nobody says, yeah, it was great! I'm excited to go there again. Ooh, do you know Ingrid? Yeah, if we these, enter. And then grab this. Down like so. Yep, that still works. Excellent. Saving us a couple of polygons in there. Billy Chomp says, can you please explain what the vertex... Oh, of course. Okay, I'll do my best. As I said before, I'm still very sick, and my head's very foggy, and my voice is very, busted, but I'll do my best. If I don't make any sense, please do ask me again next time. I think on Friday. I'll be a lot more equipped to explain these things. But so these vertex groups. So when I take this eye, actually, yeah. So I'm gonna shifty U and tab and move to here, and roughly in position. Yeah, that's what. So this is a whole new eye. I'm gonna alt key and clear parent, and then we're gonna go in here to the vertex group, and we're just gonna delete these. So we've got like a blank slate. So this is just an object. It's just an object out in the world doing its thing, just being an eye. You know, a strong independent eye. Don't need no rig. But we want this rig and this bone in particular to affect what he's doing. But we don't want any of these other bones to affect it. Right? So we don't want it to deform stuff. Two ways we can do that. We can parent it and then we can do weight painting. Which is what most people are familiar with. You take the little weight painting brush and you paint over it. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. Because, you know, we just want this one little guy to be, you know, parented to this one little bone. There's gotta be a fast way to do that. There is. So if I select this mesh here, which again is what we want to be parented to this one bone here, do the U, Control P, but instead of going like automatic weighting, which is really cool, I love me some automatic weighting, but this time we're gonna go with empty groups. So what this is doing is it is adding this mesh, adding this rig to this mesh. Like I know do the other way around, but what's actually happening is mesh is getting knowledge of all the bones in this rig, so it understands what it's looking at when we reference them together. Right now, if we jiggle this bone, nothing happens still, because although it knows where all these bones are, it doesn't know how to interact with them. Now, if we select this mesh, go to edit mode, and we can select as many or as few bones vertices we like. We're gonna select all of them because we want the whole thing to rotate. But now, this isn't gonna work because I haven't named this bone yet. So let's just name this something. Oh, humorous R2. Okay. Now, if I go into here, so we know this bone here is called R2. Here, go to edit mode and grab all these vertices. But here, you can see all the bones in this rig are here in this list. Find humorous R_2. We can assign a weight painting here manually. So vertex group, this is just weight painting, and you can reverse do this as well. You can see, yeah, so you can weight paint things manually. That's what I did for all these feathers. So these feathers here, they're all weight painted in this exact same fashion. I just grabbed, you know, the feathers that needed to be connected to this bone, and I just applied them here. You can see we've got it. Yeah. So yeah, back to the eyeball. So object mode, human R2, and then we assign with a weight paint of 1, and now we can select this little fella, and it's parented 100% just to this bone. If we'd done automatic weight painting, you know, moving these around would cause the eye to flex. Something we really want. And this bone here would definitely cause it to flex. Yeah, now it's kind of locked in. Yeah, that's what the vertex groups are all about. They're basically the data for each bone, or how each vertice is relating to each bone. That makes sense? I don't know, I feel like I was just rambling incoherently for like 10 minutes. Billy Chomp says, okay, so parent the mesh. Dinosaurs. Oh, so gross. Hope you didn't hear that. Okay, so parent the mesh. Oh, sorry. Chili Chomp says, okay, so parent the mesh to populate a list of all bones is needed to pay attention to. Yes. Then you select the bone, weight on them that you want to actually. No. You select the vertices. Select the vertices that. Yeah, it seems like you missed a step there. You select the vertices that you want to pay attention to the bones and how much you want to pay attention to the bones. For example, we can it doesn't have to be the whole mesh. Like I was saying with the wings, this is one mesh, and I went through and grabbed all of these feathers here and manually parented. That's how we're getting this That's how we're getting this really smooth, sharp look. Like there's no these individual feathers, they're not stretching or deforming at all. They're moving as just one solid mass. Whereas this section up here, this was all done with automatic weight painting, and that's why this kind of deformed quite a bit as we do. You know? Chili Chomp says, what happens if you delete all the bones from that list and only have R2 in there? It'll still remember it. In fact, if you delete all the bones and then reparent it, like if you duplicate the rig and then delete all the bones in your first rig and then reparent it to the new rig, it'll still remember all of the weight painting, so long as you don't delete the vertex groups. So yeah, if you have all these weight paintings set up, and then you reparent it to a duplicate of this rig, it'll still remember the stuff. Nobody says, I'm gonna go to sleep now. Good night, guys. Rest well, nobody, and enjoy your adventures in Greece. It sounds like a lot of fun. I'm so jealous. Sounds like a wonderful time. Chili Chomp says, got it with the feathers. Ah, excellent. Okay, in the list, they're called vertices? No, that's, not vertex. They're called vertex group. But all these things in the list are bones. But what you're pairing to the bone, like, just making sure you understand, like, this. I feel like something might be getting lost in translation. What you're parenting to these bones is the vertices and not the mesh. The mesh understands, so all these are in the mesh. So all these list items are in the mesh. But what your parents, like you can see that we don't have the option down here because we're not in vertex mode. So what you're parenting, so the data, so the items are in the mesh, but the weight painting data is per vertice, not per mesh. Scotty says, oh, I forgot to type. I just kind of came back and fell asleep. Your voice is very calming. Oh, yay! I'm glad you got some rest, buddy. You sound like you needed it. Crow says, heart, heart, heart. Yay! Nobody says heart, heart, heart. Rest well, nobody. Miss you. Billy Chomp says, so Is there a helpful reason to purge those other bones in the vertex group? List? Yes. Sometimes you wind up with situations where the parenting isn't working, or you want to completely get rid of this data, or you want to remap map stuff. Unity has some issues where if there's too many bones in a set, it can get. I think it's got like a cap of 150, and maybe it was 100. There is a cap in Unity where it gets like really confused. There's too many, so you may want to purge it for that reason. There's lots of reasons why you want to purge it. And for example, if you've deleted a bone from the rig, for example, I think these bone 1 and bone 2, these were just kind of like guiding bones. These aren't here anymore. Even if you delete the bones from the rig, the mesh is still going to remember the assigned, weight painting and stuff. So you might want to clean those up just to, make things a little simpler. Chaos says, just going to lurk for now on today. Gotta take a shower, and then I'll spend some time with my GF. Okay, have fun, Chaos! And thank you so much for hanging out. Skoda says, and I'm just gonna keep lurking and sleeping. I already missed the sunset. Okay, there'll be other sunsets. That's the cool thing about the sun. It just kind of like keeps spinning. No matter what we do, the sun's always gonna keep spinning around the Earth. And, you'll catch it on the next time around. It's only gonna be another 24 hours. But yeah, so speaking of which, now that we've got these extra bone, I'm gonna... So, in this particular mesh, you'll notice that the eye bone things that we've added aren't in this list. Because I added those bones to the rig before I, Sorry, I parented this to the rig before I added those bones. But now, if you see the list here, no eyeball bones, I like this, automatic weights, go back into it, you can see we have the eye bones there now. And now, if we rotate like this a little better, I would like to, I think I might, you know what? Okay, so what I'm thinking is, oh, control. I was control. Oh my god, my brain is cooked. I was trying to press Control Tab to undo. God. Daily Chump says, oh yes, because the typical weight painting is painting individual vertices. You can get the right answer. Oh, get to the right answer, and I know what you're talking about, but when I go to talk, I'm probably not going to use the right terms. Translation means the same. Yes. So, for example, because this section here, we got this rotating around. Oops. It's rotating around this section. What I want is for these end parts here to form organically, but I really want this top and bottom vertice to be locked, solid, and not rotate because they gotta keep the eyeballs. So if I go here and select these two vertices here and here, and then we just go ahead and up here, and so this is going to clear all their weight data from everything. And then I select this bone. Where is it? We didn't name it properly. It was like humerus R2. Yeah. And then assign it here instead. So we've removed data from everything. So if we go here and rotate it, you'll notice they just kind of like picking. Doesn't matter what we do, they just kind of like left behind. Now if we go here and then we assign them to the root. And now rotate, they'll stay in position. Hang on, they're moving. Oh yeah, they're moving. Yeah, that bone. Wait, hang on. I have some data somewhere. There. Wait, this. Oh, hang on. Yeah. So we want to parent this to that bone. Okay, so we did that to the wrong. Go ahead and hit. Instead, Humorous. One, that's the one with Aaron. Oh, okay, you're flexing because of the sub-surf. But that's still a much better... Is this all the way up? Okay, this definitely needs some work. Still not happy with how this is flexing, but I think we're on the right track. Billy Chomp says, could you pair some vertices with the eye socket, bones on either side, would deform? Absolutely. I don't have the budget for that. I think that would throw our poly count way out because we've got, like, even this is going to be very intense. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 eyes per wing, and we've got 6 wings. And we've got eyes on either side, so that's already adding 8, 16, 32, 48, I think? 48 eyes, 48 bones already, and then adding another 2 per bone, that's gonna blow it out to, what, 128? Don't know if my maths is anywhere near close. Oh, hey, Crow! I see Crow rolling around down there. Hi, Crow! Oh, that means I must have missed a chat from Crow. Oh, wait, no, Crow. Oh, I remember now. Hi, Crow! I was right. Yes, we're right. Aye. But yeah, figuring out a way to get this to... I don't have a parent to that. It's a thinker. One thing we could do is bring the rig more in line. Yeah, bring the rig in line. Bring the rig so it's down in line with these fellas. That would stop it from shifting around quite so much. And he says, Crow! Oh, Ike, welcome! 3 stream streak. Yay, we've got a streaker in chat. How you doing, Ike? Chili Chomp says, my original idea wouldn't work for the count, and my second idea was what you did, so I'm right there with you. Excellent. Sorry, I'm completely lost, but I'm glad you're keeping up. Thanks for thanks for expanding the voice for that. Expanding the voice for that. That's okay. I think I'm actually good with the voice. It's just like it doesn't hurt anymore. It's just not working properly. I don't know if you've noticed, but it certainly feels like I'm a lot. I don't know, what's the word? I don't have the same vocal range. I'm kind of locked in this lower sort of nasally sounding voice that I'm not happy with at all, but it doesn't hurt anymore, and it's not exhausting. It's just kind of stuck until all this gunk clears. So yeah, I think I'm good for expanding your voice. It's just like the brain space. Your inflections are very trademark. Yes. Patent pending. Yeah, moving this down. In line. Work. So I need to... That's also doable. But yeah, my brain's just very foggy. That's kind of the main hold-up right now. With explaining things. Would be nice to add an IK to these wings. Oh, actually, no. I've tried IK. Adding IKs to this, and it didn't work. Manually is definitely the way to go. And, yeah. What the heck's going? What is this? Oh, why are you not connected? The heck? That's not good. How did you get disconnected? So, uh, huh. Okay, so we're gonna reconnect you. And then, parent. That shouldn't have happened. Are you connected either? Oh, none of these guys are connected. ID. Heck, this a. Uh, yeah, that one's good. That one's good. Hey, you guys disconnected. Why is this random phone in here? Upper wing R001. Ellie. Huh. Weird. Ike says, hi, hello, eyes. Yes, but I'm very. My brain's very busted right now. I've got no idea what I'm doing. Apparently, we're working on eyes. Happy Tuesday. Yay! Happy Tuesday, Ike. Chili Chum says, I know what IKs are. I had to learn them to teach you to raise legs. Ah. Did you? Can you merge bone vertices? Probably not. So, abandon an extrusion. Like, yeah, I think that must be what happened. I think if I know what you're talking about, merging vertices. Right, merge bone. Um. So, what I'm doing with one of my other models, I'm using what I call form holding bones, and I'll probably do the same thing for this model when we get to properly rigging it. But if I bring the B and the rig, what I often like to do is I'll add what I like to call. I don't like weight painting. I find weight painting is a bit of a waste. It's just exhausting. But if I try and automatically paint this rib cage is gonna flex. What I'm probably gonna do with this is make it so if this was an organic. So what I'm gonna do for this one is I'm probably gonna do the vertex groups painting system because these are all hard bits of bone, marble, or whatever it is. But if this was like a more organic character, like regular human character, skin that I'd add in these kind of. I very often like to add in these kind of rib bones, like this, and then I'll automatically weight paint. And then what I can do is I can add a modifier in here, like a. I'll know when I see it. Alright, it's not in there. You can add it. What? Data transfer. Vertex weight. They might have changed the name of it. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so it's not data transfer. It must be the other one. I think gross vertex weight mix. That's about right. Ah, yes, this is it. So yeah, we can take a particular bone that this has parented, for example, spine, and we can take another bone, for example, spine 2. So let's just say this bone here was our spine, and this bone here was our spine 2. We can then mix them, vertex, place, and then add. I probably the one. And then that'll take all the vertices that are currently parented to this bone here and merge them to this bone here. See, that way we get get oh man, my brain is not equipped for this right now. You know what? Actually, let's see this. And I'll just open up the mesh that has it. Yeah, get out of here. Control S and close it down. Oops, I hope that saved. And we'll open up a pic that has it. So, this is one that has the aforementioned things. Go ahead and line up. So this is a organic character, and you can see here it's got these ribcage bones. These allow it to kind of, you know, hold the ribcage form, but it also deforms a little bit. And so this was all done with automatic weight painting. And if these ribcages weren't here, this would kind of like bend like a toothpaste tube. But I've got on the mesh itself all of these hundreds and hundreds of modifiers? Oh, okay, so it was mixed mode add. And yeah, so what these will do is these will transfer from the rib cage R, so that's one of these rib bones, to the chest bone. And then, when I'm done, I just apply all of these. I think I give A? Shift A? No. A. Yeah, it was Control A. So I can use Control A on all of these. And that'll apply all of these changes. And now, these bones in here are completely redundant. They're not... Oh, wait, no, they're not. So now if I delete these extra cage bones, it should... Yeah, and assuming I've done this right, yeah, stays the same. So now this central chest bone has all the data from those rib bones, and now that they're gone, doesn't make any difference. And I've got a bunch of them. These bones in here doing the same thing. These two hip bones. So all these bones are gonna get reparented to this one here. And I think that's it. Oh, and these jaw. These bones, yeah, get reparented to the head. And yeah, so I get the fast ability to just do an automatic weight paint for the rig, and I don't have a massive bone count because, you know, all the extra bones just get reparented to the central bone. I think that answers your question again. Oh, could you pair some vertices? Can you merge bone vertices? So yeah. Made a rigid cage of bones. Yeah. Just kind of like where the bones would be under the skin, because otherwise the weight painting doesn't know about what the anatomy of the skeleton, or the actual skeleton is supposed to be like. Or the simulated skeleton, I guess. Can you merge bone vertices? Yeah, I think that was the... Chili Chomp says, so this is just a different workflow to weight bones without the fact of manually painting. Yes. Yeah, this is just the way I like to do it, because automatic weight painting, especially in Blender, is phenomenal. It just kind of breaks at a little places. And, you know, with bones to hold things together, it works brilliantly. Yes, Ike, welcome. How you doing, buddy? Now I'm gonna open up Blender and hope that all saved. Oh. Ah. I had completely forgotten about YouTube. Okay, good. YouTube. I don't think we've lost. I'm pretty sure it had time to save. It wouldn't have closed. No, it wouldn't have closed. And had time. Yeah. All those bones. Only ads. Yeah. Okay. It did save. But yeah, I'm very happy with this procedure of weight painting. It works for me. It works very well for me. But I'm starting to get like actually dizzy. I'm worried if I keep going, I might actually wind up face palming the keyboard. Chili Chump says, I didn't find an explanation as to why the rig add-on can come with breast and pelvis, but I guess it's for something similar, tighter control and complex. I don't about the auto rig add-on. I've messed around with some auto rig add-ons. None of them really worked for me. I saw a couple paid add-ons that looked phenomenal, but I'm broke. So this method works for me. It's free, it's really easy, it's good. No, Greg, Crow's absolutely right. Crow knows how to work me, and I hate it. I hate that works, Crow. I hate it so much. Chili Chump says, I mean, I did okay with my weight painting, but I will definitely try your way next time. Oh, stop it. I need to finish. I am. I'm packing up. I swear, I am. Please stop. Bro, stop. They don't need to know. Chili Chump says, I did okay with my weight painting, but I definitely try. Yes, I would recommend trying it, because everyone has a system that works for them. This way works 100% for me. I wouldn't say this is the way to do it, because, you know, obviously no one else is doing it this way. But, yeah, this way works for me. I like it. It works for my particular preferences, because, again, I don't like weight painting. I find it's... Yeah, it just doesn't work for me. Yeah, I definitely recommend giving it a go. Don't assume that this is the way to do it. If it works for you, fantastic. If it doesn't work for you, yeah, there's dozens of other ways to do the same thing. And yeah, it's just about finding a way that works for you. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start wrapping things up. Do we have anyone we'd like to raid, chat? And I'll give it a... Oh, I'm done. Go rest. Yes, and thank you so much for asking. I do so love asking questions. Sorry I'm not in like the best condition to be answering questions. I wish I could have done a better job, but I think I don't know, I think I did okay. I did okay, right? Lil Guy's streaming, Milky Moon currently playing Cozy Caravan. Vampires currently playing Dark Souls 2. Into that. Ray says you did well, buddy. Don't sleep tight, Fox. Thank you. Thank you, Crow. Chili Chump says you're getting free pity points with every passing minute. Yay? Is there somewhere I can cash in these pity points? Is there like a pity point, redeem center I can go to? Gray says, sleep loose, Fox. I always sleep loose. And I'm impossible to sleep with, because I like to sleep like diagonally and horizontally and upside down. So yeah, we just need a raid. Unfortunately, the usual targets aren't streaming. Today's a very quiet day on the Twitch. Like, Like actually, like look at this. This is my current. This is my list of folks. 5 people. Where like I'm following hundreds of people, like actually hundreds, but no one's streaming. Blade Runner 4. Oh, Beer Runner. Ah. Billy Thompson says, "Oh yeah, I followed just fine, thank you. I was just speaking a garbage language. A lot of dinos today. Dinos? Grace says sleeping with Fox is like trying to fit guns in an inventory. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. It's like playing Tetris with, a straight block and the world's squiggliest block. Chili Chomp says, not a lot of art. Oh, a lot of... Wait. Dinos? Oh! Wait, dinos? As in, like, Dino Crisis? Man, I used to play Dino Crisis on my uncle's PlayStation. They had a PlayStation that plays, and I used to love just like old ass PlayStation 1 had the thing of Dino Crisis on, and I fucking love that game. The Isle and Path of Titans. Why is everyone playing the Isle? Also Subnautica 2. I mean, I love the idea of the Isle. I've always wanted to make it like an Isle style game. But all the players are kind of like playing like a spore kind of creature that they with like a whole heap of blend shapes, and they can like put evolution points into it, and like kind of like the the xenomorph from Aliens, in how it's got like all these different morphological features, but have them all be blend shapes, so the players can like sort of again spore if anyone remembers that game. New was here. Yeah, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Shit, I gotta wrap this up. I'm losing it. Losing my fucking mind here. Shall we raid Bam? Are we into Dark Souls 2? Okay, so we got little guy who's currently green. We got little guy who's drawing wigs? Drawing furries. Okay, they're drawing furries. We got Vam, who is playing Dark Souls 2. If anyone's interested in that. Yeah, we gotta find someone to raid. Nice Sweet Fox emotes. Oh, little guy's doing emotes. Ah. Exorum is currently doing art as well. Mickey Moo is Caravan? Caravan, that sounds fun. Yeah, someone said furries. Okay. So, Milky Moo's unfortunately on a break. I don't know what Caravan is. It's like fun. Sounds like my kind of game. But unfortunately, can't read it on someone on the break. Against the rule. Doing something. Anyway, does anyone have any... Joe Chump says, I'm going to Guy personally one way or another. Okay. Little Guy. Sounds good. Let's raid Guy. I do like Bam. I think they're pretty neat. We'll raid you next time, Bam. Good luck with the stream. Pat, pat, pat. Okay, so Little Guy it is. Because I'm way too tired to be, making decisions for myself. / raid. Little Guy. So, raid man, and I'll follow... Huh? No. We'll jump into Little Guy. Sashik said, oh, Sashik, hello! And thank you! I might be in the Discord, but I probably won't be, coherent at all. No promises on coherency. I might take a nap and then be in the Discord. Anyway, thank you so much everyone for coming along. I had a really fun time. Despite being, barely lucid. Tomorrow is my 1 day off per week. I'm going to be using it to recover. And then, very importantly, Thursday. I hope you'll come back and join me for Thursday's Scrungle stream. We all love the Scrungle streams. Most important day of the week. We'll be working on... who? Working on? Nobody! We're working on Nobody's amazing sky creature. So Rain will have some company in the airwaves. And I don't know who else. Maybe Sajik? Maybe we can do Sajik's football character? Unless they have another idea. Sajik, if you have another idea by Thursday, we'll make that happen. Oh, and also making murals alien creatures. But yes, very special thanks to Chili Chomps. Thank you, Chili Chomps. I love questions. I really do appreciate you asking so many questions in the stream about the Vertex painting, and I've forgotten everything else because my brain is just completely evaporated. But yes, thank you for the questions. I really do appreciate it. Hugely, like really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for the questions. I love engaging, and thanks to everyone else for coming along. Anyway, I gotta go, have a nap, and yeah, Thursday is Scrungle Day. Thank you so much for coming, and I love you all. Bye.
How did I miss this new emote? We made it yesterday. A very sleepy fox raid. Yo. Welcome, my raiders. I'm little guy. Paint furries. Look at this. Wow. Wow.